fur, 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 fur. Initial position, fur, feet, fur, feet. Final position is tap, 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 tap. The sound contrast. Fur is a voiceless blah positive, while fur is a voiceless blah positive too. And the main contrast is the voicing of the vocal cords and the speech organs, but sounds are produced by causing both lips blah. However, fur includes vocal cord vibration, while fur does not. The meaning differences fur versus fur is a fit versus fit, difference meaning whole versus small amount, tap versus tap, difference meaning like touch versus level of flap or flap. The optional challenges, final voices stop like fur are uncommon in Indonesian language, so learner might pronunciation but tap and tap as a tap. V, 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 v. Initial position is v, fat, v, fat. Final position is v, live, v, live. Some contrast fur is a versus labiodental fricative, while fur is a voiced speech organs but involves the lower lips touching the upper teeth, but fur include a vibration of the vocal cords. The meaning difference the both is fat and fat. Body condition versus a large container, leaf, love versus leaf, part of a plan versus to go away, and the optional challenges many Indonesian speaker pronunciation versus verse, especially at beginner of words. Example like videos, often videos. S, 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 su, 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 zu, bus, 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 bus. A sound contrast, s is the voiceless, z is the voiced. Both are alveolar fricative, and the speech organ, the tongue is near the alveolar rights in both, but z adds vocal cord vibration. The meaning difference is su, su, take a legal action versus voice with the animal, bus, bus versus bus, vehicle, vehicle versus a humming sound. The optional challenges, final z is often mispronunciation as s in Indonesian speech, so bus might be pronunciation like a bus. Ch, z, ch, z, ch, z, cha, cha, lunch, 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 lunch. A speech organ, but the sound are produced with the tongue near the flesh. This requires vocal cord vibration. The meaning difference is char, char, to burn versus container, lunch, lunch, and meal versus sudden movement. The optional challenges Indonesian learner might confuse the, especially if they have a limited exposure to English audio. K, g, k, g, car, girl, car, girl, pig, 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 pig. A sun contrast. G is a voiceless, G is a voiced. Both are velar plosive, speech organs produced by the back of the tongue contacting the soft palate phallum. G includes vocal cord vibration and the meaning difference cur versus gur to twice versus a femal type, pig versus pig, choice versus an animal, and the optional challenges. Final G might be pronounced as K by Indonesian learner, making pig sound like a pig. G, 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 tat, 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 root, root. Sound contrast. Is a voiceless. D is a voice set, and the both are interdentine fricatives, and the speech organs song would pass between the upper and lower teeth, and the use of vocal cords, and the does not. The meaning difference tight versus tight, part of the lick versus tight yours, and the words versus words. A ring of flowers versus two in circle. And the optional challenges, neither song exists for an Indonesian language, so they are often replaced with the and the, causing confusion. So example like tang become tang, like that. The, 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 top, 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 beat, 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 beat. A sound contrast. The is a voiceless. The is a voiced. Both are alveolar stop and the speech organs. Tip of the tongue touches the alveolar ridge, voicing distinguishes the from the, and the meaning differences stop versus dog, uh, uppermost part versus animal, bit versus bit, a small amount versus other. The optional challenges, many Indonesian speakers do not pronunciation final the, making bit sound like a bit. Sh, j, sh, z, sh, j, shop, checklist, shop, checklist, reach, 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 reach. Sh, sh, sh is a voiceless, z is a voiceless. Both are post-alveolar fricatives, and speech organ R is the voice over the tongue near the palate, and the at vocal vibration. The meaning difference shock versus jackless, surprise versus name, rich versus roach, fabric detail versus makeup, and the optional challenges is the shift is rare in Indonesia, and after conflict with shift versus the, affecting clarity. Leh, breh, leh, breh, lip, rip, lip, rip, feel, fur, fur, leh, uh, is a lateral approximant. Breh, breh is a central approximant and both voices. And the speech organs. L is a tongue touches alveolar right air flows around the sides. R is a tongue either flap, taps or curves slightly backwards, and the meaning difference lip versus rib, mouth parts versus fear, and the fear versus fear, to sense versus to be afraid. And the optional challenges, Indonesian actors do not clearly difference l and r, especially at the end of words like feel or fear. Tongue twister. The sentence first is there can cook green curry quickly with garlic going. A sound contrasted k voices velar plosive versus g voiced velar plosive. Both sounds are produced by blocking airflow at the velum, the back of the tongue. The difference lies in voicing. K is the voiceless, no vocal cord vibration, while G is the voiced but with cord vibration. Example like cook is the K versus good is the G. So why it matters? Confusing K and G might lead to a change in meaning, such as cold versus gold, which can affect understanding and communication. Difficult difficulties. I sometimes try to mix up k and g when speaking quickly, but overall I didn't face any major problem distinguishing them. Silly zebra sip soda and zoom silently in the zoo. Sound contrasted. S is the voiceless alveolar fricative versus Z is the voiced alveolar fricative. Both are produced with airflow through a narrow space near the alveolar ridge, but S is the voiceless and Z is the voiced. Example like seed is S and versus zip is a zip. Why it matters? The confusing z and z can affect word recognition and comprehension. Although some mispronunciation might not lead or real English words like this, they can still confuse listener and sound unnatural and personal difficulties. Since the Z is the less common in Indonesian, and I sometimes struggle to predict it clearly, especially at the end word. 5 very funny facts spike for vanilla flower. Sound contrasted. This fire contrast F is the voiceless labiodental fricative and the F is the voiceless labiodental fricative. Both are produced by placing the bottom lip against the upper front teeth. The differences is in voicing. V is the voiceless while V is the voiced. Example like fun is the V and the fun is the V. Why it matters? Confusion v might lead to significant change in meaning, such as in the minimal prayer fine versus fine, which cause misunderstanding in the communication and the personal difficulties. Sign V is not part of the Indonesian phonetic system, and I sometimes find it more difficult to produce correctly, and I need to focus on creating the vocal cord vibration to make sure it doesn't sound like a V.